Okay, so yeah, I haven't done a workshop update in about 4 or 5 months, so I thought it would be a good time to do so. Also, I haven't been putting out many videos in the last 3 or 4 months either, so it's a good opportunity to kind of catch up with everybody, let you know what's been happening at the shop. Yeah, I mean, just starting off on the video front. Basically what happened at the beginning of the year, we were doing good, getting the videos out and stuff. And to be honest, things just got a little crazy, a little hectic in the personal life. We got a lot of work came into the shop, and we were kind of getting behind on that. So I had to kind of cut back the hours on filming, because filming takes up a lot of time when you're working on these bikes, setting up the camera and things like that, and trying to get the videos to flow a little bit and make them interesting. It takes time, and then for a 30-minute video, on a bike, that's 4 hours, 5 hours editing time, and we're working on a lot of bikes, as you can see in the shop right now. So it all takes time, and yeah, we just got a little behind on the work. We had a lot of bikes coming in the first half of the year, and then Dave, who helps out in the shop, you've seen him on some of the videos, he was working part-time here, but then had to go back to his main job full-time, and that just took a lot of time out the week as well, less time for me to work on videos and so on. Yeah, so that's really what happened, and I enjoy doing the videos, and I want to continue doing that. So we're definitely, I'm kind of doing this video to bring everybody up to speed, but also, to kind of give me the motivation to get on. We've done a lot of work, obviously, in the last 6 months, and all of that, or a lot of that, has been taped and videoed. I've just not had the time to sit down and edit it all. So we did the JR50 restoration. We completed that, I think, around about April time. We filmed all that, but I ended up just doing a 3-minute short, so we didn't get really much of that out at all. Yeah, we had the Honda Turbo CX750K. We did all the work on that, and I filmed all that, but didn't get a single video out on that. I've still got, obviously, all the footage. We'll hopefully do that. Yeah, and we had a few other bikes come through that we just needed to turn around quickly for clients. And sometimes, the clients, we've got to prioritize the timing for the client, or in some cases, clients don't want their bikes filmed, and we respect the wishes of the clients. Anyway, that's kind of all the excuses. We are, though, or I am planning to get back to the editing and start to put some of that footage together. And we've got a huge amount of work ongoing at the moment. So yeah, I think let's have a walk through the shop. First thing you're going to notice, we did in the springtime, we did a huge amount of upgrades to the workshop, and actually I'm really happy now, because we kind of rushed in when we moved up here. We rushed in and kind of I needed to get everything up and running fast so I could keep on top of the work, but then it was just a bit too much and not organized efficiently, so I wanted to spend some time, just get the shop reorganized. So yeah, I'm really happy with the flow now. So what we have here on this side of the shop is basically where we've got bikes incoming, and they're either coming in just for recommissioning. So you can see here we've got a beautiful one owner from new VF1000R 86 has just come in. We love these bikes. As you can see up on the shelf there, we've got quite a few in. We've got a full nut and bolt restoration ongoing at the moment, but this just came in, low miles, 7,000 miles, one owner from new, stunning condition. But it's like a lot of these VFs, they've been off the road a long time, and they need a full going through before you can get them, get them back on the road running and riding how they should be. So yeah, this just came in last night, and I'm really looking forward to working on this. Client is on the East Coast, and we've been talking a lot. He's very excited about getting this bike on the road and riding it, which is the nice thing. He's going to ride this bike, but that is all right now. I haven't had a lot of time to go through it all, but you can see all of that is original paint, and it's in excellent condition. I mean, the lowers and even the upper fairing in the lower is superb. It's not been repainted, I don't believe. And they're normally bashed, they're low, get bashed on trailers and stuff like that. It's perfect. The upper's nice. Normally this area around the mirrors is smashed because it's a weak design. You only have to bash the mirror and you can crack all this. It's a beautiful bike. And we're going to do a full recommission like we've done on previous bikes. We're going to go through it all: brakes, fuel system, coolant system, electrics, yeah, everything. No major cosmetic work. Quite rightly, the customer wants to keep this bike original, but we'll maybe do a little bit of touch up and stuff. But yeah, it's the customer basically wants to keep this original. I don't blame him. So we've got that in. We've also got a very special Kawasaki ZX7. This is actually Dave's recent purchase. And anyone who knows their ZX7s, this is a 92 bike, sorry, 92 bike. But you can see from the rear aluminium subframe. Let's see what else is a giveaway. Yeah, the adjustable, fully adjustable remote res rear shock, fully adjustable front forks. This is indeed a ZX750K, which is the homologation special. So this was basically a barn find. It's very rare now to find these out in the wild. The K1, K2, and the M. But we do love these Kawasaki's here at MCSR. If you've watched the videos previously, we brought a ZX750M back to life. That's the 93 homologation special. This is the 92. So we've just got this in the shop. And we just started to go through it. We had some issues with the electrics, which we pretty much sorted now. We're just going through the carbs, or Dave is going through the carbs. We're just going to get this running because you can see here, last time it was on the road, 2007 California bike. So we just want to get it running because we haven't heard it running. I don't know when the last time it ran. Check it out, make sure the engine's good. The usual thing, and then assuming everything is good, we're then going to decide what to do with this bike. You can see it definitely needs a lot of TLC before it's going to be riding. Cosmetically, it needs all new plastics. Interestingly, it's got the original tail unit, which is over here, and this is actually the Kawasaki original tail unit, which is amazing that's still with the bike. And on the 92 it was actually a fiberglass tail unit. On the 93 they went to plastics, but the 92 was fiberglass. So it's got the original tail unit, yeah, original forks, original rear shock, subframe, exhaust hanger. All these things are the genuine K model parts, the homologation parts. Engine is correct. It's got the flat slide carbs. So it's actually very complete and original for these bikes, because a lot of the time, if the bikes were crashed or scrapped, they would sell off the special parts. And so often you just find these with standard ZX7 parts on them, but nope, this has got all the original parts on it. Clean California title. So it's actually primed for full restoration, but it's going to be a lot of work. But they do, you know, they do have the value. It would probably be worth it, but we're going to see. Let's see how it runs. We'll do a video on this when we get it up and running. We videoed a little bit of the work we did just debugging some electrical issues. Yeah, hopefully the next couple of weeks we'll have this up and running, and we'll be able to do a couple of short videos for that, and then we'll make the decision. I would like to restore it, but also we've got a lot of bikes in the shop at the moment, and I just don't know if we're going to get to it in a reasonable time frame. But anyway, and that, I think that might be a keeper. That's one that Dave and I would probably like to keep. I do love these this era of Kawasaki, the 91, 92, 93, and if you can get them in, find the homologation versions, even better. Let's see what else we've got. We've got the XRV 750 Africa Twin. We basically had this in the shop for a while. We did get it running, and I think we did a short on this, if I remember rightly. Very nice UK spec Africa Twin. I really love riding these bikes. We did the 650, if you remember, recommissioned that. It's the same owner has the 750. Right now we went through it. We just got the bike running because, again, the owner actually hadn't seen this bike running. He'd bought it non-runner, and we kind of went through the fuel system, just cleaned it, cleaned the carbs, just to get it running, make sure everything is okay, and it is. So now we're gonna just recommission this bike. So it's going to get a new fuel pump. We're just derusting the tank right now, new petcock, go through all the brakes, flush the coolant system, go through all of that, new air filter, the usual stuff you need to recommission it, and yeah, get that back on the road. And then that'll be a really nice riding bike. Get some new fork boots for it. Luckily, it's a UK model, but quite a few parts are still available in the UK or from Europe. So yeah, we're looking forward to getting that on the road. We've also got, yeah, what else? We got the, on the engine table, we've got the other VF1000R, the 85 that we're fully restoring. So we've got the engine stripped down. We're just going through now. That'll be gonna go through it all, replace anything that needs replacing, paint it, replate all the fasteners, and then get that engine back together. Dave's already gone through the heads, and we've done new valve seals, lapped in the valves, and that's all good. Heads look good. We've got some SRAD bodywork in for paint. That's another one of Dave's bikes. So he's putting together a couple of SRAD 750s. So we've got a bunch of bodywork to do on that. The good old GSXR 1100 is still waiting to be stripped down. I know we did a introductory video to this one. Yeah, unfortunately, I really wanted to get this started 2 or 3 months ago, but we had a lot of bikes that were already in the middle of being stripped down or put back together, and I just get, you know, concerned about having too many bikes in parts. It's a lot of parts to store, keep track of, and it can get quite challenging. So I just felt like better to keep this one together until I could make a little bit more space, and then we'll blow it apart and get that bike done. The good thing is with this bike, it was running riding bike. It's going to be kind of a sympathetic restoration, so it's not going to be a huge amount of work, probably 3 or 4 months of work. So I'm confident that once we get started on that, we'll be able to, well, get through it pretty quickly. Yeah, so again, getting back to the layout of the shop, like I said, we changed it so that yeah, on this in this bay, basically we've got the incoming bikes. They're either getting blown apart for full restoration, or they're getting recommissioned. So this is kind of, call it the dirty side of the shop. And then as bikes are being taken apart, they get their own shelving storage unit. So you can see here we've got a whole or partial VF1000R on the shelving here. So once bikes get dismantled or parts removed so we can recommission them, they go on the shelving here. And then if it's a restoration, those parts eventually get restored and then move over to this side. So in this side of the shop is basically where I mean, here we're just storing bikes for now, but basically where yeah, we've got the benches for restoring it. Right now we've got 2 benches. It's kind of challenging to work on more than 2 bikes at a time. Again, just because you need to keep track of all the parts as they're being restored. But we are going to expand this this bay. Right now, I'm kind of using the back half of it for storage for bikes that are in waiting for restoration. Yeah, and I think you've all seen these bikes if you've seen the previous videos, workshop updates. I'm not going to go through them all again. There's some 93 CBRs, 94, 86 GSXR, and then there's a whole bunch also in storage outside. So what we're going to do is expand this area so we've got 4 benches. So we can be working on 4 bikes at any one time. But basically, once the bikes are ready for reassembly and parts are being restored, they come in here, and then so the parts come off this rack from the strip down, and then come over here, and they're on these racks once they're restored. And that keeps everything nice and separate, a little bit easier for us to track. So yeah, what we have right now on this side of the shop, we've got the main 2 bikes we're working on and focused on. We've got the CBR 250RR, which is just looking absolutely stunning. Full nut and bolt restoration. And yeah, the bike is now up and running. I've had it running yesterday, and we're just tweaking it now, tuning the carbs up, but this bike just looks absolutely spectacular. So yeah, it's pretty much now all the main assembly is complete, all the main mechanical work is done, and we're going to be moving on to the bodywork. It's a very low mileage bike. The bodywork is in pretty good condition, but there's some cosmetics that we need to do on it. And then, yeah, I think another couple of months, that bike is going to be on the road and being test ridden, which I'm really looking forward to. Then we also have here the RGB 500, and we've actually made quite a bit of progress on it. It doesn't look like it, but basically all the body work has been done, and we haven't done any videos on it, but I have posted in the community notes the progress. So we're basically doing this in the same color scheme as the Suzuki Classic, Team Classic Racing. So you can see there's the lower, and that's ready now for cut and buff. But it was a major paint job on this, just because of the complexity of the paint work. You can see here there's the tail unit for it, and then the upper cowl, and the camera doesn't do it justice, but looks fantastic. I would say this is probably one of the best paint schemes I've ever done. Very complicated. You can see here the different layering. There's 4 different blues in there. So masking all that, layering it, you know, one after the other. You can see here as well, the stripes came out on that. Awesome. Yeah, very happy with that. It was a lot of work. That fiberglass RGB 500. I think it's the Mark 9 bodywork. It's pretty rough, although the guy who's building the bike did a great job in fettling it to get it fitted to the bike, and that was a lot of work he did. But to get it cosmetically looking perfect, that was a lot of hours went into that. And now I just need to cut and buff it. But it's all the decals are on, cleared over. So yeah, very happy with that. That's the first stage. So what we're going to do next on this bike is pull it all apart, drop the motor out, and then we're going to paint the frame black to mimic the RGB frame. Original RGB was a tubular frame. This is the original RG 500 frame, but we're going to paint it black. But the bulk of the work is going to be on the motor. So this motor is going to get fully stripped down. The client has a dry clutch kit, which is just going to be spectacular to see and hear when it's running. So we're going to fit the dry clutch kit. I think we may be going with big bore kit. We got to make the final decision on that. But yeah, go through the engine, completely refresh it, seals, bearings, cranks redone. And yeah, that'll be the second phase of that bike. But again, another spectacular build. Really love this bike. The client who's doing the main build, he's put a lot of time and effort into perfecting that. So we'll get that done. Yeah, then also we have not in the shop at the moment, but coming into the shop, we have another RC51, which is coming in just for a recommission. Yeah, as you know, we've done a little bit of RC51 work in the past, recommission work. So we got one of those coming in with some electrical issues, but yeah, we're going to get that all running and riding nice. We've also got a RZ500, which is in storage right now, which is also coming in. That will probably be it's going to be a recommission. The bike is quite poor condition, typical of the bikes we tend to get here. So I think the idea with that bike is, firstly, we're going to kind of clean it up, get it running. We're going to have to rebuild the engine on it. It's it needs to be gone through completely, and I think we'll do that. And then kind of let's see how the client feels, whether he wants to just leave it as a kind of original bike. The bodywork is in quite a mess, so we're going to have to do something with that. It's whether the client wants to invest in a full repaint, or we just kind of patch it up and make it look reasonable. Yeah, so that's the main projects. We're also working on, so let's see, I can take you through here. So layout wise, yeah, just getting back to the layout. Like I said, I've got the basically incoming here where we strip bikes down or do mechanical repairs and stuff. Then we've got the assembly area where we've got all the restored parts and we're putting all the restored bikes back together. And then through here, I moved everything around. If you remember originally, I think the last time I filmed, I had the inflatable paint booth in here because when we moved over, I had to dismantle my paint booth that I built, and we were running with the temporary paint booth in here for nearly 8-9 months. Obviously taking that out has made a huge difference in the amount of space you can see here that we've got in the shop. But I was able to get that paint booth rebuilt. So you can see here, we did that. It's still got a little bit of work to do, but I've actually been already painting in here And if you can see the green on the floor, that might be the giveaway. Kawasaki lime green. So yeah, I'm really happy that we've got the paint booth back up and running. And actually just did an upgrade to it now. So the fans, inlet fans, originally were just pulling in air from outside, but we're in Central California. It gets over 100 degrees in the summer, makes it difficult to paint. Really, I don't like painting, you know, once temperatures get above about 90 degrees Fahrenheit. So what I actually did is I coupled 2 air conditioning units up to the inlets, and I can run the air conditioning units through the booth fans, and yeah, it's just enough to keep up enough airflow to paint. It's not ideal, but it allows me to paint all through the summer, and we're constantly painting, whether it's you know, doing body work, or a lot of what we do now is Cerakoting brackets and parts. And you can see here we've got a kickstart for a KX500, which has just been clear Cerakoted. We do a lot of Cerakoting now on parts, engine cases, things like that. But yeah, fantastic to get the booth up and running again. Plus I can do powder coating in here as well. Got the oven. It's still, I've got a lot of things I want to upgrade on it and clean up, but that's going to be winter project. Yeah, so we got the paint booth going. That's great news. And then here at the back of the shop is where I do all the body work. Again, it's nice now because we can keep it separate from the main shop. And yeah, I've got everything I need here. All my paint, body work, all nice and separate. And we can go straight from here, prepping body work or whatever we need to do, into the booth, which is just out there. So yeah, so I'm very happy with the layout, and it makes it way more efficient now to work in here. And that's I think that's pretty much it. There's a few other bits we're doing. We will be putting together a Kawasaki KX500E in a few weeks. That bike, we've just been doing bits. I've done the frame for it just recently, engine cases and a few bits and bobs. It's one of Dave's bikes he's been working on and kind of slowly restoring all the parts for. So he's building up the engine now on that. And then he's actually going to bring all the components. We've kind of been working on the sub-assemblies, restoring those. He's going to bring everything over once he's got the engine built, and we're going to assemble it and get it running here, which will be kind of cool. We don't do much in the way of dirt bikes. We did the little JR50, of course. So it's going to be cool, especially a KX500, which is a rare beast, to have that in the shop. So Dave will come in, he'll kind of start working on assembling that. I'll help him where he needs it, but we'll video it. It'll be kind of cool for you guys to see that. So I didn't film an outro, but I'm kind of interested in, and I'd like your feedback in the comments on whether I should continue to do the long form, i.e. 20-30 minute videos, which I can do maybe once a week, once every couple of weeks, or whether you'd prefer to see kind of shorter updates on each of the bikes on, let's say, a daily or every other day basis, and I can probably make those videos around 5 minutes. Yeah, so let me know in the comments. Long form on a specific project once every couple of weeks, or short form and try to cover more of the projects within any given week. I'd really appreciate your feedback. Thank you. As always, please hit the like button if you like the content, and subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. See you soon.